Hello again from Custom Home Builder Solutions, also known as CHS, a job costing, full accounting, and profit management software for the professional home builder. I just completed doing a video about posting an initial draw for a lot. That means you didn't get any money, but basically it was your initial draw. And I did a video about how you post that as what we call a zero deposit. I'll go over here just real quickly to the deposits menu, and I'm going to find that one I had in the previous video just so we can take a fast look at it. Trying to think what I wanted to show you. See if I just spot it down here in our demo stuff. Here is that initial deposit that we posted, and you can see the detail for that deposit right here, deposit ID 10203. So if I search and I do a deposit ID of 10203, just so I can just see that one, and then I do a report, and I do it by let's do by job then category. You can see how we were posting the lot draw amount of $146,331.02 as under our interim draw deposit category, and then we took away two different job costs and posted those as job costs with cost codes, if you'll watch the previous video. So we actually ended up posting a zero deposit, but we did it on that window so that we could recognize the revenues or draws received and the job costs the way that CHS does it. So now that we've posted that draw of 146,331.02, I'd like to, I was just writing that down, I'd like to show you about how CHS will allow you to do draw requests based on costs or percent complete based on what you budgeted, and has various draw request features for you, and that you might like to get that first one that as your first draw request is that lot that you posted. So I'm going to select the sample job that I used that hasn't had very much done on it for test 3, but I used it, and if you look at the button over here for revenues received, you'll see that I have that 146,331.02 amount showing up as an interim draw. So I'd like to make that be also be recorded as my first draw request over here in the features for doing draws. Now right now, and we'll come back to this, but we have this marked as a fixed contract type, and you can see that if you click this button, but we'll come back to that here in a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the cost plus markup, cost plus builder fee, or percent complete draw request. Now quite often if it's a fixed contract, you will be using something called the percent complete draw request. So that's what I'm going to start with. So it gives you some options, it explains the various types to you, and there will be more detailed videos about all of these. I'm just actually really wanting to show you pretty quickly how we can get that initial draw request posted so that it's recognized as prior drawn. Notice how we had budgeted $144,000 for that lot price, and we budgeted $2,500, but we actually posted $2,331.02 as interest on the lot. And so it's those two things together that total to, you will see over here that we've had actual costs posted, and that was because we posted those job costs on that zero deposit window. And the two of those add up to what we are showing as our first lot draw, interim draw. So we'd like to just get that exact amount posted as the first draw request that we did here, just to get it posted. So first of all, on percent complete here, if I click it, I can say use this 100%. That's just easy to do. And if I click this, I want to get it to be the exact amount of that cost to date that we have posted. So I'm going to click to use this percent. Later on, you might come and change that to 100 and draw the difference. Since this is a fixed contract and you were budgeting $2,500 for that, you might later come and change that to $100 and draw that little difference. That's just up to you, or you might be doing things at closing where you're just getting the difference between draws you've done and the total price. But right now I'm wanting it to match exactly that initial draw of 146,33102. Notice how it's totaling the ready to draw amount now because of the percents that I put in. So if I click this button to store, print, and look at this draw request with COs, we'll get that it's storing it in the file cabinet temporarily so that that draw request will always be there if you post it as drawn already. So that if I open this draw request, I open the file to look at it and then send it out to somebody or not. Later on you'll do other draws and be sending them out, but you might just post this first one, 146,33102, so that you have that one done. You can scroll down all the way down and see your revenues, and so that'll match up. So you'll have your first draw request being that amount. So if I go ahead and close this document and close this and close, it's going to ask if I want to post that draw request. So I'll post it, and then you'll see that it ends up in a list of draw requests, and you can view that draw request we just looked at. You could look at the cost detail, but never mind. The draw summary, it's not a percent complete, it's not relevant. I just was using the actual cost information to set my percents there. This is not a cost plus draw. This is a percent complete draw. So these will tell you that on percent complete we don't have the detail attached of what cost we've drawn. Because you might do who knows what random percents, but you can see that that's for the lot price and for the interest on the lot, just a summary. And then you can also reproduce that draw request if you want and view it just to see. But notice what happens if I say prepare a new draw request. You're going to see that now, since I posted it prior drawn, that has moved into this column. I could change that to 100%. I could start drawing on some other things. But this has already been moved into prior drawn, so it wouldn't be included if I did a new draw request. If I said this one was 100% complete now, I want to draw for it, I can, or this one's 100% complete. I could draw for it or type another percent in if I want. And then if I go try to look at that draw request, let's just look at the draw request only. And I open the file. You'll see how you now have that prior draws over here, retention, and then you have some amounts for this draw that are totaling up as the amount up here that you're drawing for. So you've got that posted as a percent complete, that initial lot draw. What I'm going to do is close all this, not post this draw. Close, do not post this draw. It'll throw me back to the draw worksheet. It's not posted. And I'll just close. And what I'd like to do is reselect for that job test 3. And once I click it, it recognizes I already have some draws posted, so it'll open, the first thing that'll open will be a list of the draws. And I'm going to delete that draw so that I can demonstrate doing this as a cost plus. There we go. So now let's take a look at this edit contract type, just because it's not absolutely necessary before you do a draw request. But let's change this to a cost plus markup type of, and watch other videos behind help about what this is doing for you. We put in a desired profit percent of 20, means we should mark up everything by 25%. If that's what we really want as our profit. So we'll just set that just because. And like I said, you can go over other things, but we just decided to mark it as a cost plus markup all of a sudden, change it to that. So let's do that. Let's do a draw request that will go with that. we have to, after changing some of that information, you have to reselect your job here. So let's do a cost plus. Again, it recognizes that we do not have any draw requests because I deleted that other one. And we're going to start here, and we'll just leave today's date. You could cut it off back in that 2006 year if you wanted. But it'll just bring in any job costs I posted when I click this next step. And they'll all be selected to include on the draw request. But in this case, we don't have very many, and we're wanting to post our first draw request, and we can see those two there that we want to post. So we're going to uncheck these other ones. You can do a thing to unselect them all and then just select the two, but I'll just unselect them real quickly. And so that I only leave these two amounts to be included as my first draw request as costs. What it did was bring in all the costs we posted so far for that job that have not been included on a draw request yet. So right now we can see ready to draw 146,33102, and that's how I handled it with a cost plus markup draw request. And it would be basically the same thing that you would do with cost plus builder fee. And what I'd like you could then store, print, and post this draw request so that it'll show up as draw request number 1 for cost plus markup or cost plus builder fee. Those both will start out the same. They'll show you the cost like I showed you there, and how you can select the cost to be included on the draw request on that first window, and make sure you unselect any that you don't want to include so that you can go ahead and produce your first ready to draw request based on that lot draw. Hopefully that helps you understand how you might get your initial, even though you've already got the draw from the bank, but you want to start out these draw request worksheets with that initial draw as having been posted as a prior draw because you have budgeted for them, etc., for the lot price and the lot interest. So hopefully that helps you with how you can just handle getting that initial lot draw entered as your first draw in these features that CHS has for draw worksheets, where you will then continue to do drawing for other costs. Thank you for watching.